In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a wooden pizza peel out of scrap lumber. So here is my pizza peel that came with the po' boy, my wood fire pizza oven. And it's okay, it does the job. The handle's a little short for me. And so when I put both of my hands on, I sort of run out of room and I'm pretty close to the oven. So I want to make that longer. And it's just a bit too narrow. And so I want to make a wood one out of some scrap lumber for free because, that's what I like to do. Now, if you look here, I've got a couple of boards. These are actually bookshelves. And I got a couple of choices. You can see here that it's not quite wide enough. And I want to make it wider anyway. So I could, cut a strip down this one and then glue it onto there and make it all out of the same wood and make it wider. But I also found this chunk of wood here. This is also fir, and it's a bit thicker, but we can fix all of that in the shop. And as far as the length is concerned, this is about, maybe it's a little too long now, but we'll go ahead and put this extra piece in there, and I think I'll put it right down the middle for a uniformity so that it looks interesting. And then we'll make it a little wider, and then we'll get this underway. Now I'm just going to show you how I did it, but if you're going to do it yourself, you need to have, safety tools and whatnot. You need to make sure that you know how to run your equipment. So if you don't know how, then don't do it. But anyway, this is how I'm going to do it. The first thing I'm going to do is cut this board to length. My next step is to split this board right down the middle. So I put the saw blade just a smidge over the board, and then I've got a push stick. So the next step here is to take into account this imperfection and fix it. You can see how we have contact here, but then there's no contact here. And then here, there's no contact there. So basically, our next step is to make each one of these perfectly flat. And the best tool to do that is the joiner. So I'll run these faces right here on the joiner, and then they'll match up perfectly. All right, let's take a look here. I've selected the best sides of the boards, and now these fit just perfectly. And so the next step is to glue them up. And you got a couple of choices. You could just glue them up, and for a pizza peel, that would be fine. But I just find it easier to use biscuits. And so basically we'll just, put in about 6 biscuits, call it a day, something like this, and that helps align the board, and it just makes everything easier. So when you're doing biscuits, all you need to do is quick layout lines, and they don't even have to be straight. And this tells you where to put your biscuits. That's all there is to it. Now, to avoid making a mistake and accidentally putting them in the wrong location, if you put everything up the same way, like this, then you'll know that the 6 biscuits go there and not here. All right? So let's get some glue, and we'll glue those in. I can't find my joiner tool that has the glue that squeezes that in there, so I'm just going to use a brush. It'll work. And you just squeeze them together, and then get some glue on your last one. Now when you're doing biscuits, the purpose of that glue bottle that I can't seem to find is that it squeezes from the side, because you don't want just on the flat surface. You want to have it on the sides inside the slot. But I don't know what happened to it. But anyway, after you get the glue on all of them like that, now because you tilted them all up the same way, then it fits perfectly. And you'll never make a mistake. And then we'll get our clamps. All right. We'll let that cure. And you don't need to worry about the squeeze out. We'll get rid of that squeeze out. All right, these have been in the clamps for a couple of hours. Now the quickest way to clean up these boards is just a couple of quick passes with a paint scraper. Now I want to make this thinner and also want everything to be perfectly flat. And so the next thing I'm going to do is run it through my surface planer. And that'll take out any imperfections between the boards, the glue joints, and get it down to the size we need. All right, I just cut this off on my miter saw. And so basically I'm trying to get just a general layout here. Grab a pencil. So I think what I'll do, I'll just freehand those and take those corners down. So I'm making mine wider. And then what I think about doing is making it a little bit longer, because I want to be able to put a little bit bigger pizza on. And then I can adopt this profile here. And then what I'll do is, I got big hands, so I'm thinking about making quite a bit larger. Now that the rough cuts are done with the saber saw and the table saw, I'm going to take my oscillating sander and smooth everything up and get it nice and to the profile that I want. Now I've picked the tops that I want to see, and the next thing I want to do is put a bevel here on the front so I can slide underneath the pizza. Now there are a couple ways you could do it. You could do it by hand. You can use a belt sander. You could use a jig on a table saw. It's very challenging to do something vertical. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a router with a 45-degree bit and nibble off that edge. I'm doing a couple of test passes here to make sure that I'm not taking this off too quickly. And then I'll do one pass, and then I'll lower it, and I'll do it again. Now the next step here is I'm going to take a round over bit to all sides except that 45-degree area. Now that the basic shape is complete, I'm going to take my random orbital sander and smooth everything up, and then I'm going to make a transition between the round over part to the 45 manually with this sander, and I'm just going to blend it all in. The random orbital does a great job for much of the bulk of the work, but you still have to go over with some sandpaper to fix all the little details. Well, it's complete. I got a hole here in the end to tie a string on so we can hang it up. And it's time to put some butcher block conditioner on here and see what she looked like. Well, I think it's just about ready for a pizza. We'll have to go give it a whirl here and see how it goes. So I blended this in by hand here and here, so we have the bevel to a rounded edge, and the rounded edge is on both sides. And I decided to leave it long, and I really like it long. I don't know why I thought I would cut it shorter, but I've seen some of these in the bakeries that are, you know, like 4 or 5 feet long, going into a big old wood-fired pizza oven. But now that feels good. You know, yeah, here at my stove, my pizza oven. See, I made it a little bit wider so that I could get a little bit bigger pizza in. I'm not quite sure why they made it so narrow. But now I can get a big old pizza in there. And I got this big long handle. Boy, that's going to be nice. Well, it's all complete. Here's the original po' boy. And you can see that, you know, how much bigger it is. I made it about 1 inch wider so I can get a bigger pizza on there. And I love that long handle. And I thought I would do just a little bit longer. Well, I think it feels really good. And as long as you've got the room to store it, I think that's the place to go. So I'm really happy with it. And you can see that the reason I wanted to put this separate board in the middle is so that we had symmetry. And I love symmetry. And so we got a nice beveled edge. All the corners are rounded. Feels really good.